Okay, distractions. Anyway, I got a channel message about Babylon. I'm going to sit here and read. This is about Saturn and the things that's coming in June and July, because spiritual courts are almost over. So because the spiritual court is over, it's going to trickle down into the 3D world, from the 5D to the 3D. Things, people that were doing things that they weren't supposed to. Anyway, it says Babylon. They were warned about a time of war, but they couldn't see. But what they couldn't see was it was to wipe out future generations purposely. There was something about a premonition of weather disaster and the constellation of Virgo. There was also synchronicity surrounding mysterious deaths of mothers or mothers-to-be. These women were human. There was also an attempt to open a portal or a gate prematurely by changing a cycle or altering time. They used some echolocation. Y'all can research that, but echolocation to me also is using Gemini as a gate, or because Gemini is a mirror. It's a mirror echolocation, just sending a signal out that's going to repeat itself back to back. Due to cosmic order, the signal actually opened a portal or gate, initiating a time loop as a punishment for breaking spiritual law that allowed other things to come into the atmosphere. I don't want to go too far on that, but I can feel it. And it's like, I want to just like, bleh, but no, I'm not going to do it. It says, they obviously didn't have a respect for external interference because for some reason they were overly ambitious. In a nutshell, they mated with women, any women that they wanted, and they were trying to skip town, is in Earth, to avoid punishment. The overly ambitious were the product of fallen angels and humans. From what I could see, they never witnessed a weather disaster or phenomena this proportion before. And this channel song I got, because I listen to music while I'm channeling, Ain't That a Kick in the Head by Dean Martin. Next paragraph. Since history will be repeating itself and all, nobody is going anywhere until they do what they're supposed to, with the exception of the soulless. They're supposed to be incinerated, and they're already prepared to incinerate these souls. This is the great awakening period which we are in, and it will grant you individual access to the golden age. The golden age does not require rules, laws, overseers, or physical currency. So we will begin going backwards in time into the future. That's the best way I could explain it. But anyway, Chronos, which is also known as Saturn, or the government, in the modern day times, what we refer to it, governments. His scandalous era as a ruler, he ruled during the golden age, and he overthrew his father, and then, he had his ride or die with him that was keeping secrets and plotting and all of that stuff. Rhea, y'all look this up, because they come in a bunch of different names. These names are Egyptian. You can go back and trace. It'll show you the equivalent to whatever name that I'm using. But anyway, Jupiter, his son, ended up overthrowing him, or trying to overthrow him. And it just, history repeats itself over and over again. So it's like, that's why I explained in other videos that we will be caught up in a war between, you just human, and you going to be in between something that we don't have control over. So it's best to pick a side now, and that's all I can tell you. Now Saturn, this is the last paragraph. Now Saturn, which is everything we know as federal or government, is about to crumble literally, mostly by weather disaster, but at the hand of man's destruction as well. So there will be a lot of plots and stuff like that on buildings and different. They're going to be destroying a lot of things, but most of the things will be weather disaster. I saw the Washington Monument getting struck by lightning. The bottom bricks, all of those bricks are not made of the same material, and they have blood in the bottom of it. They ain't gonna put that no way on the internet, but it's not just a statue. It's not what you think it is. That also, like the tower, what is it? The Tower of Babel, or whatever, Babylon, where that building was struck. Anyway, because we're about to see it again. We're about to see this period again, because the Bible is just going to replay itself and how everything was destroyed. Now Saturn, which is everything. Where did I leave off? I'm sorry. Okay, this is a war between Saturn and Jupiter, that you will see with your human eyes. This is a battle between earth and the sky in a way. That's the best way I can kind of explain it, which will affect our infrastructure and society. So infrastructure is roads, bridges, buildings, institutions that are federally funded, hospitals. This is why we're starting to pick up so many home remedies and natural births and stuff, because these things won't be available to us. First of all, the funding is gone because Taurus and Saturn that's where this what is it called, transit is happening, and it rules money, sex, and hard lessons. And those things are going to get people caught up. Jail time, locked in contracts forever. So there's good contracts coming in, but there's also no more spell work, no more binding, period. Now it's done. It's done, meaning it will never come back. But because this is a 7-year and 7 rules karma, it's time. It's time to pay. So everybody has to pay their debts. If you have good debts, you will get it back. But if not, they already feel it. They already know it's coming. Saturn rules the father's karma. Look at your father's bloodline. What happened to him? What is his medical issues? Because that's going to be hitting people in the line, especially if you're in your masculine energy. It rules bones. It rules hair, teeth, prison, anything federally funded, anything that the government would grant you as assistance. Yeah. So, the channel song I got for this while I was doing that was Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses. It was so crazy because as soon as I started typing, it came on. So codependency in every aspect of the word. Anybody that's codependent on anything is going to have a problem. They're going to have a problem. I'm not going into it because they know they can feel it. They scrambling. Anyway, it says codependency in every aspect of the word. You will be forced to quit jobs, leave homes, in relationships, pay debts in general. Emphasis on karmic debts. Anyone who abused their power using their gifts, they have used up all their primordial fire. Primordial fire is what you use to create. And if you used it for evil, you don't have it. The other people that haven't used it, they have gotten, their gifts have been suppressed. It's going to open up and kind of explode. So yeah, that's that. I got other things to read for y'all. I'm glad they extended the time on this. So that's that. That's the recap. So June, July, but definitely July. June, you're gonna see a lot of things. Some good things are coming for people. Because it's gonna be a switch. It's gonna be a switch to go into contracts for the new people, but there's also gonna be a turn off and lots of denials for people that's been abusing their power. All right, I'm going to read this 8. Okay. It says, the institutional cycle of working hard for an unattainable dream, distraction, is a decrease in self-value. It's made to keep you busy while you're mentally and emotionally robbed and not allowing for recovery. When you are institutionalized, you become conditioned over time with a specific rhetoric. Institution of marriage, for example, was control, resulting in overuse of power. This is a template of the majority of the global family dynamic. The creation of an unaccomplished male who can't recover mentally from an unquenchable ego thirst through money or power. The illusion of owning the world. Man was never put here to rule over man. We govern ourselves. The creation of a trapped, entranced woman kept busy with endless responsibilities as a distraction from taking a journey to heal emotionally from ones of oppression. Two energies corrupted by outside influences, family, friends, bills, children. The combined stress morphs into depression, bitterness, anger, low self-esteem, lack of motivation, vanity, arrogance, and selfishness. Feel what you see. Do not be duped by desperation or victim mentality. Get proof. A lot will resurface.